Hey everybody, my name is John. Welcome back to another DIY video. I'm gonna go over how to replace the rear door window regulator on a Model 3. There are 6 or 7 different clips. You're just gonna have to keep pulling, and it's gonna sound really horrible. And it's pivots inside. My goal is to save you as much time as possible, and I'm going to tell you right now that gravity will shift this glass. This is the next day, and my daughter went to close the door and the glass hit the other glass. Thankfully, it didn't break, but I'm going to do a voiceover here to clarify and save you some time. Basically, the window gets secured in place with 2 metal bolts. Now, if you imagine metal on glass, if you tighten it too much, you can crack the glass. If you don't tighten it enough, which was my case, the window can shift around. I highly recommend getting a torque wrench for this. They aren't very expensive. I'll put a torque wrench option in the description. It was the lowest cost option I could find. A little caveat with the one that I do provide, you do need a 1/2 inch socket wrench. You need an adapter. Make sure you have that, because if you're anything like me, you'll buy it and then find out later you don't actually have one, and then you got to go out and buy a 1/2 inch socket wrench. Tightening that down to spec is going to be really, really critical. Make sure that when you put everything back together again and you go to test your door, the puddle light is plugged in. Very, very important. Without that puddle light plugged in, when you open up the door handle, the window doesn't go down, okay? So then what'll happen is when you close it, the glass will actually hit the trim up here. Not good at all. So make sure the puddle light is plugged in. That allows the window to go up when you close it as well. And another pro tip here, when you put your door back on, obviously the puddle light needs to be in place, but I would recommend leaving the door loose a little bit. Don't push all the fasteners back in place. And then there are also 2 bolts. Don't put those back in. Just leave everything apart so that you can test the operation of the door and make sure that the window is aligned properly, because there's a chance you're going to have to go back in, take all that stuff back off again. I had to do it several times, so I'm just going to save you some time here. So let's go ahead and get started. You're going to need the following tools: a flathead screwdriver, a T30 Torx wrench. You're going to need another wrench here with a 13mm socket, as well as an 8mm socket. I recommend getting a mat like this so that you can put your knees on it while you work on this. Down below, you're going to see you have a puddle light down here. Mine has a red glow. This is a custom puddle light. You can pick this up if you like this type of puddle light style. You can pick it up from Hansshow Auto. And a shameless plug, you could use a discount code like TechGeek to save 20% at checkout. You're going to grab your flathead screwdriver and pivot toward the front. You're going to wedge the driver in the front there, pivot it down, and then pull from the back, and the whole puddle light will come out. From here, you're going to have a connector. You're going to remove the connector. Since mine's custom, I'm going to do this later because there is a control module stuck inside of here. From here, you're going to get your T30 Torx wrench out, and you're going to remove 2 screws. You can see one of them hiding right up in there, and remove this one. And then the next one is hidden right up here. You can just come in here with your hand. There's a little latch here, and you're going to pull on this, and a plastic piece is going to come out. You see that piece there? And there's a screw inside of there that we're also going to take out. Next, you're going to insert your fingers into that little rectangular hole where that puddle light was, and you're going to put your arm up here, and you're going to pull. You're going to hear a sound that unlocks one of the clips. There are 6 or 7 different clips. You're just going to have to keep pulling, and it's going to sound really horrible, but you're not breaking anything. Everything will go back just fine. You're going to keep the top in place. So this is everything, actually. It all came out in one snap. Now there are some cables connected, so what you're going to do is lift it up. The top has a hinge. It's going to lift up just like that, and you're going to look behind the window assembly to remove some connectors. From here, you can rest the door on your knee. You pull back this cover here. You're going to see all these plugs that came off. Just make sure they're all on the door assembly, and then you're going to see 1, 2, 3, 4 different connectors here. The speaker has a little lever. You pull that down and pull that off. That one's easy. These other ones are a little bit harder. What you can do is rotate each one of these out of their little clips here. Just remember to put them back in later. So just tug as hard as you can and it will come off. There's 2. This next one, we're going to rotate it. It comes straight out. One thing to note here, when you undo this and pull it off, it's very tough to pull this. Now, if this for some reason comes out, this is an LED and it goes back into this compartment. So don't be intimidated by that. You're going to remove this. Now, in the case that this does come out, it's very easy to put back. There's a little push area here. You can push on this and we're going to look underneath. You can see right where that screw was. You're going to pull down. This whole piece comes out. You're going to now take this piece and put the little LED back into this spot here. Push it down, it will snap into place. And then what you're going to do is fish this back through this hole. You're going to undo this hook, which goes on this clip up here. Gives you a little bit more clearance. You're going to come under, grab this piece here, bring it back up, get it in the right spot, and push it right back into place. And now you're back where you started. So just keep that in mind. The last thing to remove here is this connector here. We have this one, so I'm going to undo this here. Some of these are a little bit stubborn. There we go. Now I'm going to put this back. One thing it's easy to forget is to put these back onto the clips here. So I'm just going to do that now so I don't forget to do it later. Get those back in place again. And then this you can pull off, and I actually recommend it, and it's just a tug. Don't be afraid of doing this. Pull, and that will come straight off. You can see kind of the threads on there. That's okay, but don't forget to put that back on. Now your door is free, and you can remove it from the frame. In the service manual, it tells you to plug back in the Puddle light. Once you do that, you're going to find a little grommet here. You're going to pull this out. You're going to find another grommet right here. Pull that out. Okay, so we're going to line up the bolts here that are holding the glass, and we need to move the window up, or 75% up. So let's do that right now. You can see we're just a little bit too low, so we're going to go up just about an inch or 2. There we go, that's perfect. Next, you're going to remove the inner trim here. You're going to come over here, there's a divot, you're going to pull out, there's a little fastener. Same thing up here, you're going to pull. There's 2, 3, there's going to be 3 of them. And then very important, when you put this back on, see how it goes over this gasket here? Very important. Make sure that happens so it's going to come off and around. And then same thing over here, you're going to pull up, and then far in here you're going to pull up. There's one, and then at the top there's a second one, and then again it's going to pull over. Now the whole thing is going to slide up. Just push up very gently, and now the whole thing is going to come out. Now the window is loose here, so don't be bringing it up and down from here. Leave it as it is. Now we're going to work on removing this bolt here and this bolt here. Now that those bolts are removed, we can take the glass out. So we're going to come around here. We're going to prepare a surface to set the window down on. So I have my other box here. I'm going to place it down on there, and we're going to come over here and very carefully grip it on both sides, come up, and it pivots inside. It's going to pivot inside, and now we can carefully set it down. Okay, the next step is to remove this yellow connector here, and then there is a little clip here. You're going to pull it out of there. Just let this hang here. And then also right here, there is a little notch. You're going to press down on the notch and then pull this connector down. Once that is down, you are now ready to remove the entire assembly here. So the service manual mentions there's 13 different bolts, you're going to need your 8mm socket for this one. Next, there are two clips, one here and one here. There are some indentations. You're going to pull on here and just grip it and pull. Now the whole assembly is going to come out. There's a lip up in the top right, and sometimes these clips, you're going to see here on this one here, there's the clip, and then here's the other clip. Sometimes one of those will pop off and fall into this little door well. If that happens, just grab it out of there and put it back on. You actually won't need it because the new door assembly window regulator has those clips already on it. Okay, we're gonna grab our new part here. You have to replace the whole entire assembly here. You can't just replace the motor, which is a real shame, but we're gonna insert this the same way that the other one was taken out. You're also going to want to have these cables kind of pulled out of the way a little bit as you do this. So it'll be kind of a two-step process. And then once you align all of the bolt holes, make sure you don't forget, like I did multiple times, to press the fasteners back in place on the bottom left and bottom right. You'll hear snapping noises as you press those back in place. You don't want to tighten these down all the way. I recommend just using your hand to hand tighten these, because if you go too much, you'll hear cracking noises. You could strip the bolts. Once everything is back and screwed in place, you can reconnect the motor and you can reconnect this guy right here. So now that all of that is in place, we're going to put our glass back in. It's very important you do the glass first and then the rubber trim after. So it helps now to be on this side where you can come underneath and line it up. So what you're doing is you're up above, you're kind of lining up the right one and then pivoting on the left side, finding that lip and lining up those holes just perfectly. And then you know that it's in the right spot. So that's the right one. And as you can see here on the left, with this torque meter, what happens is it will start beeping when it gets close to the 9.5 Newton meters. And sure enough, when I was tightening it by hand, I was not tightening it enough. I was worried that I would break the glass. There you can hear it starting to beep. When it gets to the 9.5, it will be a solid beeping sound. So you can also monitor on the little display what the value is. 9.3. That way you're not over tightening and you're also not under tightening. And then we're going to put our little caps back. After you put these little plugs back in place, we're going to grab our door frame. You are going to want to disconnect your puddle light at this point as well, which I already did. And then there are going to be 1, 2, 3, 4 connectors. And don't forget this little plug here that's going to go back onto the door and hold the cable assembly in place. We'll do the far right one to start. Plug that in. There's one. We'll do the blue one next. There's 2, there's 3, and then we'll plug this into the hole again. Push, there we go. And then the last one back into the speaker. And then the last thing, make sure this connector is going back out through the hole so your puddle light can find that cable. We're gonna put our little padding back in place, and you're gonna see you have some ridges here. 1, 2, 3. Those are all gonna go up above and go down into that ridge. Once you have that in place. Now from here, it's very tempting to push all of those little connectors back into the frame, but I'm going to tell you right now, don't do that. Put the puddle light back in place, push it in, and leave the door kind of hanging on the frame. Close the window and then go through a calibration process, look at the alignment, make sure it is satisfactory, and if it is, great, then you can go ahead and secure everything and finish the final steps. If not, take everything off and repeat that step where you put those bolts in and just kind of adjust the glass up a little bit. Usually on the back end of the door, you have to move it up just a little bit to clear it away from the back side of the frame. The last thing you're going to want to do is calibrate the windows. You're going to go into the software menu, hold down on your vehicle, and then you're going to type in service. hit OK, and then hit enter. Your HVAC is going to turn itself off. And then you're going to go to Closures, Windows, and you're going to see rear right, Calibrate. Now you hit run, and it's going to tell you that you need to hold down the brake pedal and turn on the right turn signal. So I'm going to do that right now. I'm going to hold it down. And then you have basically 89 minutes here. So I'm going to calibrate. And it will say window calibration test passed. And then you can close. At this point, if the alignment is good and you've completed the calibration, congratulations, you can now secure your door in place and be done with it. Listen, you're going to press here. You're going to hear 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then the last step, we're going to get our T30 and we're going to get our little flap here and our 2 bolts. And we're going to secure these back in place. Hope this was helpful. Hit that like button, subscribe. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you all in the next one.